You want to know about my job?
Yeah.
Well, yesterday, I was flying over a house in South Waziristan. When I first would read about drones and things, I had no mental picture for what that meant. I would read about a drone strike in some foreign country, and it all seemed very innocuous to me and kind of nice.
This comes directly after 9/11, the drone program, which is kind of exactly where I stopped Lord of War. You go into war for 12 hours, and then you come home to your wife and children for the other 12 hours. So this is this new type of warfare, and I hope this movie is maybe a cautionary tale to see where we could take it in the future.
It was night when I started watching, but they couldn't see me even if it was day. It was the house of a Taliban commander.
I really sympathize with the dynamic between this husband and wife. Did a fair bit of research on post-traumatic stress disorder and was just empathized with that situation very much, and the struggle to communicate with someone who is so private about what he does at work.
It is not a documentary, but it is based on real events. Everything you see in the movie has happened. The only thing is absolute fiction is the woman who was raped. But drone pilots who we spoke to, they told me that they often saw atrocities when they were, watching, and there were atrocities that were not part of their mission, so they couldn't do anything about them, even though they wanted to. So when they read the script, they said, yes, this is exactly the kind of thing that we would want to do.
We had two ex-drone pilots come in and walk us through a GCS, explain to us what it would be like, and we got to talk to them and ask some questions about what their experience was like. And they were always around for the whole shoot. I got to have dinner with them and have a beer with them. And the most common question people want to ask is, is it like a video game? That's what I asked him, and he said, yeah. It's a lot like a video game. The most boring video game you ever, because there'll be 5 minutes of something interesting, something happening, and a year and a half of watching. Inside, his wife and family were sleeping. When he did come back around dawn, the family was still inside, but I wasn't sure when I'd get this chance again, so I blew the house up anyway. The movie's not the first place to acknowledge the general. There's something Orwellian about Obama winning the Peace Prize, because there's something very confusing about it that certainly matches even the title, the language of the title of the movie. All this language that we use to distance ourselves from what's really happening. And I think what Zoe's character asks is a great question. This is what peace looks like? Because as all our troops do leave Afghanistan, we do know that the drones are still there. And the remaining question is, where are they going? Probably nowhere. It's probably only going to be expanded in the future. And it's important that we all kind of know what that looks like.
Speaking about the final strike in the movie, I wouldn't want to give too much away for the audience, but I always think of it as, for Ethan's character, he regains his humanity in what he does. He's done so many inhumane things in his mind that he does one thing that he could argue is a good kill. Maybe the only one in the movie.
I think in his mind he thinks he's doing it for someone else, in the service of protecting someone else, which is what I think a lot of these men and women who go into the military really want. They really want to do good, and they really want to help protect their country, and they really want to be in service of others. That's how they really sincerely look at it. And his situation is feeling compromised in his mind.